The next panel is going to be about insurance markets. It's going to be called Insurtech in CEE, Innovation, Growth and Industry Transformation. And I would love to invite Eric Barna to the stage to introduce the panelists. Eric, do we have Eric? Okay. A little bit of a cue. Lovely. Stage is yours.
Thank you for the mic. So today we will discuss about a hot topic, Insurtech in Central and Eastern Europe, about innovation, growth, and industry transformation in this part of the Europe, especially in this sector. So I would like to invite our panelists. So first, Tanya Blatnik, welcome. Please join us. Thank you, Tanya. The second panelist will be Mr. Cristian Ionescu. Thank you, Cristi. And Adam, who is coming directly from Balaton. From Balaton. From Hungary.
Summertime.
Okay, I thought to present our panelists, but I think it's better to present themselves. So, who wants to start? You don't have mic, so Adam, please.
All right. So, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Adam Ferenci. I'm leading Insurtech Technology, which is a Hungarian Insurtech startup. We're providing parametric solutions for insurers. We have two partners in Hungary. One is Allianz, and the second one is Union. And we just launched our product with Union in the last week. So, yeah, busy times.
My name, is Tanya Blatnik. Actually, my background is insurance. I'm now saying my background because it's been a while since I've been in insurance. I have 20 plus years of experience of leading insurance companies. And for the last 3 years, I've been on the other side of the boat. So I am advising startups on go-to-market strategies and trying to connect them between building the bridge between CEOs that have their own mindset and then founders that have their own mindset and how to work together.
Cristi, please. Thank you, Tanya.
Hello to everybody. My name is Cristian Ionescu. I work in insurance since 2000, so more than 25 years. I worked twice for the, let's say, for the traditional international groups. I work for both companies you work with. So I worked for Allianz 18 years and 7 for VIG. And since 1 year and a half, I took over the CEO position of Easy Asigurări, Easy Insurance.
Thank you, all of you. Have you seen that we have panelists from Romania, Hungary and Slovenia, sorry. Always I'm confusing Slovakia with Slovenia. I don't know why, but I think I'm not the only one.
Both they have love in it.
Yeah, okay. It's better that confusing Bucharest with Budapest. Okay, so the first question, it's from Cristi. Okay, so from your point of view, how the insurance industry has changed in the last 5 years, especially here in the Central and Eastern Europe?
So, from my point of view, I think that the insurance industry passed through a revolution. But it wasn't a big revolution, it was a quiet revolution, because everybody started to analyze the system, starting to look with, from another perspective to the digitalization. They started to adopt their system, and I think in CEE there is quite a good opportunity, because the systems are much newer compared to the Western Europe, where we still can see very obsolete system. I would say that you can even heard about PL1 developed solution, and in CE we have an advantage because the system are much newer. We have another advantage because the readiness towards readiness of the customers in respect of digitalization, and there is also an opportunity coming from the lower penetration of insurance. In all this context, I would say that the big groups started to adopt their systems, but it also creates space for new players like us, like Easy Insurance, to create an insurance company, a digital insurance company from the scratch, cloud native with AI implementing from the very beginning in the processes, not transforming existing processes and all the things. So I think it's a good opportunity now even for developing.
I saw the first digital insurer in Germany 10 years ago when they have pitched at Exec Germany event. It was, the name of this startup was One Insurance and was a fully digital insurer, and later, in 2 or 3 years, has been bought by WeFox, another Insurtech, big Insurtech. So we are at 9-10 years behind the Western Europe in some points.
But we are capturing fast.
Yeah. Okay, Tanya, we know that digital transformation, it's on the priority list of each company, insurer, or top executive. But beside the technology, what is the biggest challenge for a CEO or an executive or even for a company to overcome the digitalization and have a good adoption in the company?
I think even today, all day, we've been discussing about this. And many people I also met when we were discussing about how AI is affecting the companies. The main question is, how do I persuade my boss to start using AI? And I do believe the mindset is crucially important. It can be a rocket fuel or it can be a handbrake. Definitely, I believe the traditional companies or incumbents are really, really not understanding how much the power shifted and how much technology world became much, much more important than before. And, if the leaders were leading by experience because they know best, because they understand what strategy is and roadmaps and, all the costs connected to that, they will have to learn now because, all these fintechs and startups coming, they have great ideas. And funny enough, the speed of implementing those ideas can allow you to fail fast, which means the leaders should start thinking that they have to lead by experimenting rather than, by experience, old-fashioned way of budgeting and, figuring out what tomorrow it brings while tomorrow is really in front of your nose. I've been looking at them from the other perspective, and they just sit there and they don't really believe that this is happening. And funny, when we were downstairs and we had a question about agentic AI, I leave this world already for a year, and we had no questions. You just know where we are at this point and where everything else is. So definitely mindset, and if that's not going to shift, we either have to change the leaders or we have to change everything around insurance mentality on it.
But do we have insurance companies that are prepared for let's say, organizational change that embrace innovation or taking risk, because also the internal culture of the organization reflect the leadership of the organization.
I mean, definitely. I think if I would be looking at insurance companies, I always go and talk to people. So that's when you actually see if the company is ready. Not necessarily the results and what is happening. That's current. But the future is in how leaders are leading and how are they understanding the change, so that they don't see AI from, I don't know, a side bench almost, you know, sitting sideways and cheering into IT departments. What are they doing with IT? I sometimes give an example, and I think this is quite powerful example with our kids at home. There's not a lot of us, so we can be a bit more private in that matter. But I have a 15-year-old daughter at home, which you can imagine of where and what is she using regarding the digitalization. Anybody has here teenagers? No? No? Some of you. So the question that I would have is, do you know what is Snapchat streak? Even the teenager, do you know what it is? It's very funny because nobody knows what that is, but it is a core of my daughter's life. And I don't know what that is, or I didn't from, you know, one point. But the thing is, kids' emotions, if she's not getting those Snapchat streak, I can explain what it is. It's very simple. Exchanging streaks or snaps between two friends. And if one friend doesn't send you snap back in one day, you lose that streak. And if you lose that streak emotionally, human emotions are literally the same as if you are bullied in the schoolyard. So if you're bullied in the schoolyard, you get excluded, you feel you're not liked, and if you lose that Snapchat streak, you feel the same. Kids feel the same. All fine, we understand this. The question is what we do as parents. So what do we do as parents? If a person is being bullied in the schoolyard, we fight for the kid, right? We go in a school, we fight with, you know, principals, we fight with those parents, we protect the kid. What do we do when he's losing Snapchat streak? We fight with the kid. Why are you on the phone so long? You know, this shouldn't be yours. So whose problem it is? The person has the same emotional problem, but I, as a leader or as somebody that should understand, and I don't know how to handle it. And I take the same parallel to companies, because leaders don't understand how and what AI is. They just distract, right? They just say that change is not mine, it's somebody else's. I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna work with it. So employees are using ChatGPT at home to prepare the PowerPoint presentation, although the company has a strict rule, this is not allowed. But they will use it, and becomes this silent culture of, you know, a bit of rebellion. And you know immediately that this company is not going to move far, except if the peer pressure of the employees becomes very, very loud. So that's where I think this change is going to come, within us.
A very, very good example, Tanya. And if you allow me, I will use it in other presentations.
Sure, sure.
Adam, I know that you are operating in Hungary, right?
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
but you are also trying to scale in other regional countries. How have you approached the scalability and the cross-border adaptation in region? What are the struggles?
All right. Good question. So first of all, we believe in a hybrid approach, which is think global, act local, and with unified technology backbone. Which means we're working with local insurance because they have the experience, they know the market nuances, and we have the technology which can help them to create more flexible, better, faster products. Also, we built a framework and architecture which is also flexible. So we have the foundation, the same foundation, but we can customize the top layers to meet with the local requirements. It allows us to create a really flexible fit product for each insurers in every market in this region. What else? Yeah, think of like Lego blocks for it. Yeah, basically that's all.
And what are the biggest challenges for you as an Insurtech operating in Hungary?
Sorry, what?
What are the biggest challenges,
Challenges.
for you as an Insurtech operating in your country?
Yeah, I think in this region, the insurers, the players, the big players are a bit close-minded. So it's really hard to work with them because they are on keen to innovate that portfolio, but basically they don't have any experiences in the innovation compared to the Western countries. And
But they are open to try the innovation, or?
yes, but when we start to cooperate, then most of the times it's really hard to work with their legal system. As you know, insurers here in this region have a monolith system. Like if I say,
I see Tanya smiling a lot.
yeah, so if we're talking about a young system, it can be 10 years old in insurers in this region. So it's really hard to work with them with the technology. That's the reason why we are using APIs, because we don't want to replace their entire system overnight. We just want to give them tools, technology to somehow improve their services.
So pretty much, I saw smiling Tanya, but also Christy and also me. I think also from our audience, because we all experienced as a Insurtech startups somehow the same struggles, right?
I have one example just for, we like somehow examples. So the one of the companies that is using FlowX AI that came even to the part that they adopted the technology, let's leave it there. So half of the companies, loving it and they go with the speed. So I was talking to this product owner and he said, this technology is now not anymore an issue. He said, I'm waking up on Sunday morning, I think about what I should do, I come in the office, by Wednesday I have a full solution ready. And then he says, and then I wait 3 months for legal to approve it. So, this is definitely a case where, again, the head is not willing to change the whole ecosystem. So also legal needs to go faster. Also, branches needs to move faster. Also brokers needs to adapt. All that, because technology is not anymore an issue. We should just take that out of our heads, like not anymore. If it is, solve it, it's outside. Talk to him, talk to anybody, just solve that part. And that's I think, it's extremely important. If that's not going to happen, none of us will survive.
Christy, any input on?
Yeah, so she's totally right, and I can confess, because I had now both views, and I know how complicated it was in an international group to get an approval to implement another application. A painful business case, an Excel, a discussion with the region, with everybody, just in order to convince that you are doing something right. And I think another point it's important in the traditional companies exists this mentality that everything should be built in-house. And I think it's a mistake, especially in these times. You cannot be in all the area excellent. Some processes, yes, it's good to have it internally, but some things may be outsourced.
Christy, in your experience, what are the biggest challenges you see in cooperation between the traditional insurers and Insurtech startups? You have been in both sides.
Yeah. So traditional insurance, as I said, they are very risk adverse. So they are analyzing any initiatives so much and in the end I would say that some good initiatives are just killed without being born just because of this painful process that you need to pass. In the Insurtech, the Insurtechs are much more open for testing, for implementing fast. And if I'm thinking now from a traditional insurance point of view, they look to the startups as not with much confidence. But in the future, I think a cooperation between the traditional insurance and Insurtech will be the right move.
Thank you. Now we are approaching to the finish, unfortunately. I have a closing question for all of you. And sounds like that. Looking ahead to the next 3 to 5 years, what is one bold prediction you have for how the insurance industry will transform in Central and Eastern Europe?
I don't know. I have a wish.
Let's hear
I'm not an Nostradamus. I mean a wish. I just hope that this digitalization is in progress, is going to go away. Modernization's happening. Those words are just I don't think they fit into the world anymore. I think we need to pour the wine at this point, and we all need to realize that cooperations with Insurtechs and with startups are essential, and not by eating them and eating their culture, but by actually learning from them. And if the incubate insurers will, I'm searching for a word, permit themselves to do that. It's risk, and it's risky, and it's not on the roadmap, and it's not on the budget. If they will allow, I think we can have a very bright future working together. At the end of the day, for who? For a customer to have a much simpler life, to get to insurance, to understand it better. Because if we think about it towards banking, we have a very different product, less understandable, less approachable. So also by technology, I think we can make it closer to them. So I have that wish. Let's see.
All right, so I think embedded insurance and platform sales will be dominant distribution before the end of the 2029. Let me explain this. I think there is a generation shift here. Like Gen Z will represent around 70% of the purchasing power before 2029. And they are digitally native. They are not thinking insurance as a separate product or service. They want to have built-in protection when they are booking a flight, renting a car, or buying a new phone. So I think embedded insurance will have around more than 40% of the distribution channels.
But how about AI agents working with or combined with embedded insurance? How do you see this approach?
I mean, AI agent it's a tool. So the technology gap is disappearing between the Western countries and this region. So there are a lot of kind of new technologies which can help to increase this and have more embedded insurance and embedded solution. AI and the AI agents can be a great tool to have this, where you can have personalized offers for your bookings and these innovative things. So yeah.
Thank you. Christy?
So I have an answer similar with Adam. So I think by 2030, more than half of the policies will be micro insurance or embedded insurance that will be sold via banks, bank assurance, that will be sold in the e-commerce platform. So this, and especially if we find the right product that are affordable and very convenient, so even invisible when you buy it. Definitely, I think that the winning companies will be the ones that are very much similar with the IT companies that put a lot of focus on data analysis, so data analytics, but also an important thing, analyzing and adapting the flows for the client in each interaction point.
Thank you, Christy. Do we have some questions from the audience? Please.
So I have a question especially for Tanya. I totally understand that the leaders now, they don't really want to embed in the work of the employees AI. And it's sad even to discuss that the employees should come top bottom to motivate the leaders. Instead, the leaders should do their job, not me, because you're the leader, you're getting paid a lot of money, you should do your job. Do you think, and not only you, but also your colleagues, do you think that there can be another opportunity to push them into becoming more agile, into adopting the AI?
Maybe just can you keep because I have a question back. So who should do that? Who should push them? Because you say you're not like the employees shouldn't, but who should push them to be better? You know, do you have an answer maybe?
My first thought is the price of the shares. If we are talking about the big companies.
The bosses.
The owners.
The owners, yeah,
Yes.
their bosses, boss to boss to boss. Yeah. Usually there's the pressure is coming from them, yes. But, you know, I honestly believe from, even my example from everyday life, I think we should start learning those things. I mean, we have, leaders have this, coaching and educational paths and growth and so on, only on business and on personal life, not that much on technology. And I believe now, because I do believe digitalization and technology is not IT, it's behavior. So we have to start, you know, also in educational programs in the companies to start working on that. And, you know, but still, if employees will have enough peer pressure that this is important for them, they will definitely move faster. You know, for sure. I mean, this is their company. They will definitely see that. I know it's not your job, but it's going to be much easier if that's the way it would go.
It's not a fair way for me as an employee, not a top employee, to do your job as
Then change the company. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Thank you to our panelists. It was a very good panel, in my opinion, with very insightful thoughts. And if you are still interested on insurance, especially on regulation part, we will continue with another topic, important topic, the FIDA regulation. Thank you. Thank you at all.
Thank you.